All right. All right, so hey everyone, welcome to today's session, leveraging product reviews for enhanced online visibility. So for today's agenda, we'll just start off with quick intros from the speakers, and then we'll move into presentations and then open it up for the audience at the end for Q&A. If you're sitting in and listening, just please make sure to mute your mic. That way there's no background distractions. Also, we're recording the session and we'll send everyone a follow-up email with the recording after the event. We want to keep it super educational and tailored to you guys. So if any questions pop up, feel free to just throw them in the chat and we'll either address them during the presentation or at the end during the Q&A. But yeah, would love to just jump into the introductions. Would love to know if each speaker could tell us a little bit about what they do, like what their role is, how long they've been doing it for, and then they already told us where they're calling in from. But yeah, just with we can start off with Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Matt Potash. I've been working with Smart Sites for about 8 years now. I'm the technical director over here on the PPC end. So when it comes down to paid ads and anything like that, I specifically work with like product feeds, any technical issues, coding issues, anything like that. Work a lot with strategy. I have my own client list that I manage as well. So I live the life of a day-to-day PPC expert, and I want to shed some light on some of the awesome things that we could do with product feeds, and that's what I'll be talking to you about today.
Cool. Thanks, Matt. I'm Kate. I work with Shopper Approved. I've been working at Shopper Approved for the last 6.5 years. I'm our VP of Partnerships. In my role, I'm working directly with partners to leverage both of our services to help our clients. I've been doing this role for 2.5 years. Before this, I was managing our support team. So all new client onboarding, day-to-day client questions, billing, integrations, any like existing clients, managing their comments, questions, concerns. So doing that, I have a really good background with Shopper Approved, getting to know all the ins and outs of our service and our client needs. And yeah, calling in from Pittsburgh.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Well, with that, I guess we can move forward and I'll pass things back to Matt to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what I'm going to be talking to you guys today about is essentially the product feed, some best practices within e-commerce that you are kind of understood and standardized at this point. You'll see that this is kind of the norm across the board. The main thing that really helps you stand out nowadays is those product reviews. So I'm just laying out the framework of all the base things that should be done before we get to that point. So I'll be talking to you guys a bit today about the product feed. So over the past few years, our understanding of e-commerce and of the product feed has really evolved and changed. Essentially back in apologies. Sorry about that. Back in 2021, we started getting some case studies and some data out of the pandemic that really started to show us what optimizations were being done within the e-commerce field to get products to the top of the page. With the massive boom and the huge shift during the pandemic towards e-commerce, what we noticed was it was mainly happening amongst product titles and product data. Those were the main shifts that were happening back in 2021, early 2022, to really manipulate your e-com and get to the top of the page. Search engine land was the main source of a lot of these case studies. They were compiling data from a bunch of different agencies. You can pop onto their website, look these up, actually find them that show, hey, the majority of the time, the optimizations were happening within product titles. More than descriptions, more than anything else, product titles were the main thing that were having an impact on those results. They were the main thing that people were optimizing, and that's where a lot of the time was going. And so what we found was it really was a lot less marketing, right, and a bit more mathematical in terms of the approach to product titles. It was including things like, for example, your different attributes from your products, be it size, count, color. And that's where the vast majority of edits were taking place, was cracking that code, finding what worked within your industry, and really just reworking those product titles to fit within best practices. And the way that that was being done last year was really through GPT and AI. Different tools like that helped take this to a whole new level. You could upload your exact algorithm and it would spit out brand new product titles for you that you're able to quickly and easily upload. So now in 2025, hey, now that we all have an even playing field, these things are a bit more common knowledge. You know, what used to be the secret sauce, what everyone used to be doing, has now kind of become the norm. And the main thing that stands out nowadays is your product reviews and you know, the stars that you see underneath your products and anything like that. It's really that user feedback that helps bring it to the next level. But just to quickly talk about what should be in your product feed, as far as your product titles, you'll actually start to see this now if you do the research on your own within every industry and vertical. You're going to find that there is a different formula. For example, with electronics, you'll see that it always includes the model name. If you're selling anything related to auto, it includes the make and model of what vehicles that it works for. And then, for example, with shoes here, right, the screenshot we have here on the left is with Air Jordans. The order is always with the brand name first. Is it a retro? Is it the new style? Is it a high, medium, low? So a lot of those attributes, there is an order to them. There is a method to the madness. And once you start doing your own research, it's pretty quick and easy to find. The biggest things that we can suggest once you do your own research, not just Googling around, but also listen to your customers' feedback, see what they have to say in terms of, hey, you know, it really stood out to me that you guys mentioned how many, you know, what the count of your product is. If you're selling multiple of something, see if you can get any kind of feedback there and move those things higher into the scheme of that title. That'll really help you out. Okay. So the other attributes that are still worth keeping an eye on and working on are going to be things like your descriptions. Instead of your titles, which are a bit more attribute heavy, your descriptions is where you want to start adding in your main selling points. You can do those in a bullet point format. It's going to be easy, quick and easy to build out. You can use GPT for that as well. As long as you let it know exactly what types of selling points that you want to include in there, can help build out those descriptions for you. The next most important thing is going to be your GTINs. Your GTIN, manufacturer part number or unique identifier, links it all back to the directory, and to make sure that, for example, if you're claiming that you're selling Nike Air Jordans, are you actually? This is what links it back to the directory for Google. And it does pull things like product images. I've even seen it pull descriptions, different things, different attributes that you may not have in your feed can be pulled with the GTIN, manufacturer part number or unique identifier. As far as the images, I see a lot of people using images that don't follow best practices. You want to make sure that they are clear, high quality images. You don't want product text on them. You don't want any sales text on them. You just want to be showing the actual product. You want to make sure that it is not really lifestyle imagery and that it's actual product imagery. And then last but not least, there's also the categorization. Depending on what platform you're on, Google calls it their taxonomy. but you want to get as specific as you can get with this categorization. If you've ever gone on Google Shopping and there's all the filters on the left, this is how you make sure that you're appearing in the proper categories and things like that. So if you want to make sure that you're appearing there, that you're falling under the right things, you got to make sure that the categorization column is filled out properly. So in terms of how to actually do this, it's actually pretty straightforward and simple. As far as the research, that is a bit more on your own. Unfortunately, you know, it's not something you can Google. But once you start kind of noticing exactly what attributes and, you know, things like color, size, anything like that are appearing in those titles, it'll be straightforward enough for you to build that formula. Once it's built, as far as implementing it, you can do it in Google Merchant Center. You could do it in, you know, Microsoft's Commerce Manager. Each of the platforms have a way to do it. But if you do it within your platform, be it Shopify or WordPress with WooCommerce, that makes it so you only have to do it there one time and you're good to go. Implementing them can be pretty straightforward. There's bulk uploads that you can do. And just in regards to where, you know, these best practices apply, it is more than just Google. This applies across all platforms, from Meta platforms, including Instagram, WhatsApp, to Google, which includes YouTube, and Microsoft as well, Amazon, Reddit. Doesn't really matter what platform you're on. These best practices should be the basic groundwork for the understanding of e-commerce. And now that these things are a bit more public information, everyone's a bit more on the same page about it, we're really going to be leaning into customer reviews as the thing that differentiates and helps to really manipulate the algorithm to get you up those rankings. All right. So now I'm going to be handing things over to Kate, who's going to be talking to us a little bit about those customer reviews via Shopper Approved.
Cool. Thanks, Matt. Okay, go ahead, Cass. My first question, to kind of transition from what Matt was talking about into product reviews, this is a question, if you have answers to throw into the chat here, what content can you produce that has an impact on SEO? So what can businesses put on their websites that impacts how they're appearing online? Go ahead and throw some answers in the chat. Testimonials, good. Matt did give some of these answers away in what he just talked about too. All right, Cass, why don't we go ahead and move forward? So here's another couple. User-generated videos with the products, that's good. Product descriptions, title tags, meta descriptions, frequently asked questions, any sort of informational content, blog posts, and of course, product reviews. All of this I would bucket into unique content. The more unique content that you're putting on the page, the more content is there to be able to be found in search. So Google will scrape that content to be able to list you in search. So all of these things help business stand out and rank better with their SEO. Go ahead and move on to the next one. With that being said, of course, product reviews falls into that category. So what are the benefits of displaying product reviews? First is to capture high intent shoppers. So as you are searching for something online, if you're putting yourself in the shoes of a customer looking something up, you have an idea of what you're searching for. So when you go to Google the product that you're searching for, you'll create the search term based on what you have in your mind, and then you'll make a choice based on that search term. So you'll search something and specific results will appear, and then that helps inform your next decision. By displaying product reviews, you're giving shoppers the social proof that they need to be able to trust your brand. When you are shopping online and one product has reviews and another doesn't, there's instant social proof that's teaching you to go click on the product with product reviews. So as an example, this is a brand that I was looking for just the other day, and my search term was cancer care packages. You can see in the product listing ads here a few different results. The two that stand out to me are baskets, the third result there, and rock the treatment, the last result, because like the color is different. You see the reviews, you see that social proof, you see other people have used this product and liked it, especially rock the treatment, that last one. There's 161 reviews there of customers who have purchased this care package and liked it enough to leave a review. Other things that I would look for as a consumer here are pricing. So I might be interested in like the Happy High gifts, a spoonful of comfort, whatever that is. Those are a little bit cheaper. So of the like price range, those are on the cheaper end, and like rock the treatment, even though it is the most expensive one, is still standing out in search here. But the one I'm actually looking for that I was working with is the second one, the Balm Box. They don't have product reviews and they are kind of on the middle end of the pricing, but they're doing other things to help them stand out, which is including free shipping and free returns. And they're the only ones that are doing that. And so that's another angle that they're taking to try to get traffic on their PLAs. But I think just instinctually, if you're searching and you're just kind of clicking around, your immediate thought is going to be to go to those with reviews. So in this instance, the brand that I was looking for, the Balm Box, isn't standing out as much as these other ones because of reviews. But on the next slide, this was product listing ads. That was the paid search. Here's an example of how they are comparing to their competitors in organic searching. So again, it's Rock the Treatment and Balm Box here as the two listed. Rock the Treatment, 4.9 reviews, 191, 4.9 rating, 191 reviews, and they have a tag for 2 to 7 day delivery. And the Balm Box, 4.9 rating, so same rating there, 27 reviews, and then they have a few different tags, their price range, 3 to 5 day delivery, so about the same, free 30-day returns in stock. So they're sending out, they're posting more tags there, but they have the same rating as Rock the Treatment. So the reviews here, posted organically for this specific box, help them at least be in the game competing with this competitor, where Rock the Treatment on the product listing ads was a little bit more well known and standing out a little bit more. So this is one way that the product reviews are helping drive traffic to the Balm Box, because you're seeing it here in organic listings. A second benefit of displaying product reviews is once a consumer is actually on your site, to help increase on-site conversions. So the higher rated the product, the higher likelihood the customer will to purchase. That's pretty self-explanatory, that if you see a product with like 2 stars versus a product with 5 stars, you're more likely to purchase one with the higher rated product. But secondarily, the more reviews that they have, the more likely you are to buy as well. One product review can result in a 10% increase in sales, and 200 reviews can result in as much as a 44% increase in sales. So it's not just the rating that matters, but it's the number of reviews as well. And then the third key benefit here is to showcase social proof at key conversion points. So it's not just once they're on your site, but all across your site too. So you're seeing them on your homepage, on category pages, on your product page. You're seeing these product reviews all across the site, which are different friction points throughout the buying process that you're helping ease the customer along. Once they see these reviews, this can make or break a customer's decision to stay and buy. And if they have a question about your product on your site and can't find the answer, they're going to search somewhere else. So the more info you can have about a product while a customer is actually on your product page, if you can be answering all of their questions right now, if they see that social proof that other buyers are interested in this product, the more likely they are to buy once they're actually on your product page. So now that we know what the benefits are, what's the impact it can actually have on buyer psychology? So first, this question is, how much do product reviews influence your buying decision? 68% of answers said product reviews have a high or very high influence on their buying decisions. How often do you read reviews when searching for a product online? 69% said most or all of the time are reading the reviews before actually purchasing. I do that myself every single time. In fact, a lot of times if I'm going to make a decision about a product, I will specifically search for their 1-star reviews and read through them and kind of decide for myself, are the cons worth it? Do the good things about this product outweigh the bad things that these customers are saying about it? And as far as review psychology, consumers see products with more reviews as being more popular, and they're more comfortable having what everyone else is having, regardless of the quality. Go ahead and go to the next slide. I like to say this as nobody wants to eat in an empty restaurant. When I see a restaurant with a line out the door, I know that's really popular. If I'm calling and I want like a 7 o'clock reservation, but they can only get me in at 8:30, I'm thinking this place is popular. It's going to be worth the wait to get the food here, be a part of the atmosphere. So I often will prefer to eat at a place that has that sort of thing. Conversely, I had a friend visit me in Pittsburgh recently, and we went to this restaurant that I was really excited to show her. And we get there, and we are the only people in the restaurant, and it made me embarrassed to show her because I was thinking, well, this place isn't popular. She's going to think it's not very good. Like, I didn't want to be sharing her with this restaurant because nobody else was there. This translates directly to reviews. If you are shopping for a product online and you see that they don't have any reviews, you're thinking nobody else is buying this product. Maybe you don't trust the site anymore. Maybe you don't trust that this is a quality product, or just nobody's bought it yet and you don't want to be the first. As far as the product review impacts, product reviews can increase conversion rates by up to 44% once the consumer is actually on your site and you're having product reviews on your product pages. That can help increase your conversion rate. Here's an example from Shift for Shop of when a brand adds more reviews. So on the left of the chart, you have one review and it increases the sales volume by 10%. But the more reviews that you're adding on your site, I referenced this earlier, the more reviews you're adding to your site, the more purchases that you'll have. So after 200 reviews, there's a 44% lift to the actual sales. Along these lines, when you are on a brand's website and you see the reviews there, you're more likely to purchase because of that social proof. But you also might see that you kind of going back to that cancer care package box with the Bomb Box and Rock the Treatment, because that Rock the Treatment had more product reviews and it stood out in search, I'm probably more likely to purchase from that company, or purchase a more expensive gift. That can also increase a brand's AOV. So not just the amount of sales, but the AOV as well. We'll go to the next slide. Of the most effective trust signals, you can read through here the kind of trust signals. So do you trust this website? Do you see their logo? Is there some sort of security on the page? That sort of thing. The top 3 trust signals for a brand are going to be their positive star ratings and reviews, positive star rating, and positive customer testimonial. The number one thing that product reviews, like the benefit of them, comes down to trust. When you're seeing product reviews, you're more likely to trust that brand, trust that product, trust that experience. Other factors could include, like we mentioned before, price, likability, quality, that those are going to play into your decision, but trust is going to be the most important when you actually buy from a new website. Cool. And what are the best methods to display product reviews? We recommend following the conversion path. So this is every single step that a customer takes from the time they have an idea to buy a new product, from the time they actually purchase. For me, I was recently buying protein. I have one brand that I really like, and I'll go to their website all the time. But I was looking for a new flavor, a new style of protein. And so I I'm I don't shop in Amazon a lot. I try really hard not to. So I go to Google and I search like delicious protein drinks or whatever. That is the item that I'm trying to buy, but I'm not married to a specific brand, or I'm looking for a new brand to buy from. My search term of delicious protein drinks, that's my organic search. So in this example, this is a brand that we work with, Midwest Boots. Men's 8 Thorogood work boots is the search term that somebody is using to find new work boots. And the very first listing here is Midwest Boots and their organic listing, with a 4.7 rating and 322 reviews for that specific boot. So this is the power of product reviews on a product page working organically in Google search results. Also organically in search, we give all of our brands a dedicated shopper proof certificate. So this is all of the reviews we've ever collected for Midwest Boots listed on Shopper Approved site. So the URL for this is shopperproved.com/reviews/domain.com. So this also is displaying with stars in Google organic listings as well. So when a brand is collecting product reviews with us, they're seeing it on their product pages listed in search, as well as our shopper proof certificate in search. So we're giving them several places online that their reviews are displaying organically. A second way to display the product reviews on this conversion path is in product listing ads. I gave this example earlier with the cancer care package. We saw them both on paid in product listing ads and then in organic as well. Here's an example of Midwest Boots. I Googled Midwest Boots reviews, and this is the product listing ads that are displaying. So you can see Googling this, every single product listing ad that's appearing is Midwest Boots, and every single ad has reviews on them. So when you're searching for Midwest Boots reviews, this is really going to like drive more traffic to the website because every single one of these has product listing or has product reviews. Those are a few different ways to actually drive the traffic to your website. Once a customer is on your site, you'll be able to see more stars throughout the website as well. So the first is on category pages. Here's another example of kind of what I was saying with the increasing average order value as well. If you're kind of comparing these boots, once you're actually on the site, you're searching for work boots, the few different things that stand out about these boots, like looking at the image, first it's the length of the actual like ankle of, are they ankle length boots, are they calf boots, that sort of thing. Second is the price. So you can see the first one's $265, the second one's $260, third $261, etc. And then the third is the number of reviews. They're all about 4.5, 5-star reviews, so that's not going to make a huge difference, but the number of reviews here too. The first boot, which is the most expensive, has 22 reviews. Comparatively, the second boot, which is almost $100 cheaper, only has 9 reviews. So if you're looking at these two shoes and trying to make a decision about it, it is possible that because you see the shoe with more reviews, that would be the one that you're more likely to trust. And so in that way, having product reviews on your website on these category pages can also help increase the amount purchased, so the size of the sale or your average order value. Once they actually get to your product page, they'll see the reviews listed like right up at the top, the number of reviews and the star rating. As a side note, we also work with brands to implement Q&A, so we can have customers ask and answer questions to help with that idea of answering every single question that a customer has at checkout, so that they're more likely to purchase without having to leave the site to go find their information. And we offer security and website scanning and a security seal. So all of these things combined really increase the conversion rate on this conversion path. So once a customer is on the product page, the product reviews are listed on this product page too. Bottom line, by adding product review star ratings to Google's paid and organic search listings, you visually stand out and establish yourself as a recommended trusted seller in your space. And by adding product reviews directly to your website's product pages, you're naturally optimizing your SEO while directly influencing and educating every shopper on why they should buy from you. And when you combine the power of product reviews with seller ratings and video reviews, you create a winning end-to-end sales funnel conversion strategy that can help you dominate Google search results and make significantly more sales. And as a kind of quick recap of product reviews, the key highlights that product reviews are going to benefit with brands is improving product SEO and traffic, creating instant brand trust and product credibility. People are seeing that other consumers are buying from you and leaving positive product reviews, so they are more likely to trust you and believe that your product is legitimate. And then product reviews can increase conversion rate on your site and boost your average order value.
Awesome. Great job. Kate, great presentation, by the way. I love hearing insights about like the shopper psychology, and I think you sound like a pretty savvy shopper. I just purchased a mattress recently, and I did the same thing where I looked at all the reviews. I ended up going with the one that had like a ton of reviews just because I kind of trust other people's opinions too. So yeah, this is great. Would love to know if anybody in the audience has any questions for the Q&A portion. And you can either put it in the chat, I don't think I saw any yet, or feel free to unmute yourself too. We'd love to hear your voice. If you have any questions about product reviews or SEO, how they play together, feel free to hop on and say something. If not, I have some backup questions from whenever people registered for the event. Some people submitted some good questions, so but I'll give everybody else the floor first. Well, cool. If there's no questions, I'll just hop into these. So one of the questions that somebody asked was, what web platform is the best for SEO and AI? I guess that would be a question for Matt.
Yeah, it's a great question. So when it comes down to SEO, if you're doing e-commerce, you know, Shopify is a great platform, WordPress is a great platform. You really want to stay away from any of like the out of the box builders. So for example, like Wix and pre-built websites like that, they don't give you the access you need to be able to do SEO properly. So my two biggest recommendations is always like WordPress, Shopify, BigCommerce is also great. So yeah, just any of the big name ones that allow you to do full website editing.
Awesome. And then another question was, what tools or software do you recommend for door-to-door solar businesses to help build positive reviews, but also limit negative reviews?
I'll take that one. I think limiting negative reviews is maybe the wrong idea here. At Shopper, we're collecting reviews from every single customer at checkout. As soon as they're checking out from your website, we're asking them to leave a review, and we'll follow up after they've had a chance to get the product to be able to like get more information from them. We're also a preferred Google review partner. So we follow very strict guidelines to be a Google partner. And one of those guidelines is that we don't let any of our businesses manipulate or delete their reviews in any way. So we do a lot of education on why negative reviews can be so impactful and important. When you see a website that has 5-star reviews all across the board, that kind of puts up red flags for me that they're manipulating their reviews somehow, because as even the most popular brands out there, there's going to be haters. Like they're never going to have 5-star reviews all across the board. And so when I see something like that, I think it's being manipulated. And so I look for brands that are at about a 4.3 to a 4.8 rating, because I think those are the most trustworthy and credible. And the impact of negative reviews is that because as I mentioned before, I look for a 1-star review every single time to see is this really so bad? Like, what's the worst case scenario? But I also like to see, when I'm looking at those 1-star reviews, how is the brand handling that? Are they interacting with that customer? Are they offering to make it right somehow? Like if a product arrived damaged, are they offering to ship a new product? That sort of thing. So I look for those negative reviews, and I want to see how the brand is interacting with them. But to answer the initial question of which tool or software is the best for my online business, for my door-to-door solar business, at Shopper, we're mostly working with e-commerce brands, but I'd love to have a chance to talk with you. But I would also say we have a sister company, Local Reviews, that one works with solar companies, or even something as basic as like Google My Business, or they just changed their name, Google Review Center or something like that. They just changed their name, so it's escaping me. But that one is free and really basic and a great way to get started Google Business Profile, if you need somewhere to start.
Awesome, thank you. All right, and then the last question I have here is, how does Shopper Approved compare to Trustpilot and Judge Me? I haven't heard of that one. They specifically ask for pricing, brand loyalty, and then SEO performance.
Yeah. So Judge.me is not a Google partner, so that's one big thing that comes to mind with them. They offer a free service to get started. I think it limits the amount of reviews you collect, and it's only company reviews. But the big thing is that they're not a Google partner. So all of the places that I was showing you in my presentation of where the reviews are displaying in Google, the Google text ads, Google product listing ads, Google organic, those reviews are not going to be displaying there, because to be able to get reviews to show up in Google paid advertising, you need to be a Google partner. I'll put in my chat here. This is a link to a Google support doc of all of the businesses who are Google review partners. So some of the big ones are Shopper Approved, Trustpilot, Yotpo, Okendo, but Judge.me is not on that list. And then as far as Shopper Approved versus Trustpilot, the way we are collecting reviews is verified reviews from real buyers. So when a customer purchases from a brand's website and they go through the cart, they completely check out, and they're led to a thank you page or confirmation page, we're asking for an initial review right then and there. So just a small micro commitment of a star rating and a comment, and we'll follow up via email later on to collect more information, product reviews, video reviews, etc. Because of that, we consider ourselves to be a verified review platform. We're only collecting reviews from verified brands. Trustpilot, if you've ever left a review on Trustpilot before, you will go to Trustpilot's website, find the brand, and leave a review there. They're an open review platform. They're open source, which means all of the reviews that they're collecting You can just be any old Joe Schmo and go leave a review there. They don't have a way to verify that those reviews are from legitimate customers. In fact, when we Shopper Approved wanted to start collecting reviews about our own brand, first we thought it would be unethical to collect reviews about ourselves using our software, so we instantly vetoed that. We use Trustpilot to collect reviews about us because we can send out a Trustpilot link to any of our customers and ask them to leave a review there. We've had issues in the past of customers of our clients, customers of the brands that work with us, that those customers leave negative reviews about the brand on our Shopper Approved Trustpilot page because there's not a way to verify that those are actual Shopper Approved customers. So I'd say that's the biggest difference with Shopper Approved and Trustpilot is the reviews we're collecting are from legitimate verified buyers. Aside from that, there's a lot of things in common with Shopper Approved. The services that we're offering, brand reviews, product reviews, that sort of thing. Trustpilot is a Google review partner. I'd just say we syndicate to a few more places than them. We work with Google, but we also syndicate product reviews to Walmart. We have a YouTube syndication for video reviews, and then we have Facebook and Twitter as well. So a few different social syndications, not just Google, and then Walmart as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for those in-depth answers. Any other questions from the audience while we're still here? Awesome. Well, if there's no other questions, then we can just go ahead and wrap things up. Want to give a quick thank you to the speakers again and everyone who listened in. If any other questions come up in the future, please feel free to reach out to me and also connect with Kate and Matt on LinkedIn. I included a link to a free PPC audit here, and I'll do a follow-up email as well. And then, if you want to connect on a call with Kate to learn more about reviews, I also included her email right here. But yeah, watch out for the follow-up email that'll be sent out tomorrow. And I hope to see everybody at the next webinar. Have a great rest of your Thursday, everyone.
Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you all.